would appear that we have a YCS coming up. So this is going to be essentially part one of talking about the metagame, what you can expect, and all those interesting things. And I have a Crusade list, so if you guys get some likes on this, I'll take that as A, you guys want that Crusade deck list, and B, you want part two of this discussion as well. Well, without further ado, for those of you going to Pasadena very soon, let's dig on into this metagame discussion for you. I didn't even have time to get into an appropriate shirt for this video. It's just straight time, edit, go. So this is a rush shirt, Robbie. So the first thing I want to talk about is zombies. Now zombies, for the projected metagame, has been relatively interesting, actually. I have not seen any top 8 regional tops with the deck as of making this video. That's just either people haven't shared information or things like that. But I've seen plenty of tops from local tournaments, which means that the gears are spinning in people's heads. People are trying to innovate this deck. And it's just started being more recently now that the OCG has started messing around with the zombie concept. I don't know if their format slowed down enough for zombies to kind of get to the point of where they needed to be, or conceptually it took people this long to figure out what zombies were doing. But zombies are this unknown variable going into these events now. Whether or not the impact of zombie world is very real on the current formats, or I'm going to just chalk it up to people don't know what they're doing with the deck yet. Conceptually, I mean, people have theories and things like that, and we've seen some of the really cool extra links. I believe Jeff Jones came up with one that John posted on his channel. So if you're going into Pasadena or any other event in the future, do have some understanding that zombies are there. Whether or not they're going to be at their maximum potential is left to be seen in the future. It's going to be a coin flip, honestly. I'm not particularly too sure of what's going on. I just kind of think that the rest of the meta is too fast to kind of let zombies keep up, but that doesn't stop people from trying out these concepts and go with them, because who knows? You just might be one of those unfortunate people that play against zombies round one and you're like, oh, this will be easy, and then you just lose out of left field. So that'd be a yikes for me if that ends up happening. Next one over here is actually going to be Thunder Dragons. Now, I've heard a lot of people, as of this last week or so, being like, Thunder Dragons just suck. I don't want to play the deck. And I don't know if this is coming from too many people that are like, just, we had such a Striker format for so long that people started turning to Thunder Dragons being like, well, shit, like, this, I can actually do things in this format. And Thunder Dragons are this going second deck. And this is kind of the thing I like most about Thunder Dragons. You have the Chaos variant, and then whatever the hell the other variant is. When I said whatever the hell the other variant is, I think it's like Brilliant Fusion, Turbo, and stuff like that. And I think maybe there's maybe there's 3 versions. I don't know, but when I look at the Chaos version, I'm like, oh, it's just a copy of BA at this point. You shit out this boss monster that your opponent can't search your deck with, or you essentially OTK them. You go, oh, that's really cool, Blockluster Soldier, attack. You know, like, that's literally what Thunder Dragon's doing. Of course, you know, like, the deck has one of the best, I mean, best concepts for floodgating your opponent straight out of the game. Thunder Dragon on legs. Who would have absolutely thought that that would be an ingenious concept? Everybody. So if you're going to an event, I've heard a lot of people swearing off Thunder Dragons at the moment. Don't discount that as, oh no, they're not gonna play Thunder Dragon. No, that's not the case. I would just say be aware Thunder Dragon representation might be slightly down at this point, just strictly because people are getting sick of already playing the deck. But I figured people were going to be exciting. Are we going back to Sky Strikers now because we're so sick of Thunder Dragons? Like, that seems like a double negative by my standards, but whatever. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, where Thunder Dragons are still going to be there. Now, the next one is the FTK. And for those of you that don't know this, Azathoth is a big pain in the ass right now. Until the FTK is essentially checked, you're going to be dealing with it. And I'm sorry to those of you that have felt the need to take a break from the game. I've been unfortunately lucky enough that we have one FTK player at our locals, but lucky for us, A, he doesn't know what he's doing 75% of the time, and B, it's Josh. So, I mean, you guys have seen the deck profile from the weekend. But we have one to deal with. Not a lot of people have explored it, which has done us a genuine favor at our locals. But to those of you that are genuinely going through playing, like 80 copies of this deck at events and regionals, like, I understand why it becomes discouraging to you to run into these things. But remember, eventually, we will clean up this problem. It'll probably take after Pasadena to throw it under the bus. I have a very strange feeling that Azathoth's going to feel the rage of the FTK and probably get banned, along with Gumblar. But those are two things that everybody in the community has already asked for 75 times over. So it shouldn't be a surprise to you to see Azathoth or even Gumblar getting banned at this point. Can't touch Firewall, so the next best thing is to go after the other troublesome cards. But when the FTK goes off, there's nothing that you can literally do. And I'm sorry to say that. I know people have been like, oh yeah, you can. No, you can't. You can't do shit. All right. As soon as Azathoth rolls off onto the field, and you're like, oh, I should probably do something about this. As soon as that condition goes, it's like unclassified, but it's basically a condition. It's the exact same wording as Caster and Pollux at this stage. Once that effect takes place, you may as well just fucking walk on away and just angry handshake your opponent. Or don't handshake them. You do you. Now, in the world of going second decks, Crusadia have been rearing their ugly head again. And I don't know what happened to Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragons were there for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, they were gone. It was like, oh, well, when extra linking concepts kind of take a back, they go to sit in the back. Cyber Dragons, of course, will go with them. And the Mech Knights are kind of showing their lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? Their age. All right, they're finally getting to that power creepy scene. But Crusadia don't give a fuck what the hell's going on in the current metagame. That's what I find most interesting about Crusadia. Fundamentally, as a deck, Crusadia should be weak, because they're a deck that relies on your opponent to play the game. And if your opponent can't play the game, I mean, like, you can't do it. You can do stuff, but I have to roll my eyes at the concept because it's not that good what you can do. But I've heard more about Crusadia this last week than I have anything else, and that's why I wanted to put it on this list at this stage. It's just, why now? Is Crusadia slightly gotten more consistent? Question. I have to use the question mark emoji here. It's just like, has this deck really gotten that much better? I don't think so. I mean, Kaiju's relevancy has gotten a little bit better. I mean, Kaijuing a Thunder Dragon's pretty good, but I mean, I don't think you have resilience against Titan. I mean, you might, but it's not like good resilience. So, be aware, Crusadia is trying to do things. I don't get it myself. I have a deck profile, like I said, I would offer up to you guys as well, for liking this video, so you guys get the second discussion on that as well. So, I mean, hey, congratulations, Crusadia. I mean, it's cool that you're trying to sit at the dinner table again. Like, take it for what it's worth. And then the last one I wanted to talk about here is Altargeist. Now, I've kind of noticed, all of a sudden, people like, oh no, Altargeist just beats Thunder Dragons. Let's dig it back out of the woodwork. And everybody else and their mother is like, oh boy, Altargeist are back. Yeah, numbers for Altargeist are slightly going up. Now, the deck has a shit FTK matchup. Who would have known? The deck's Goki matchup isn't spectacular either, but your Sky Striker matchup isn't a total pile of shit. I mean, it's pretty shit, but it's not shit. But you go into a tournament and you have a very weird feeling that there's going to be a high Thunder Dragon representation. You're like, oh, hey, like everybody and their mom is playing Thunder Dragons today. Maybe I should put together the Altargeist core. It has one of its best matchups is Thunder Dragons. I mean, Thunder Dragons can overcome it. I mean, every deck can overcome their weakness. But when you come in and you sit down and you look at the metagame and you're like, huh, maybe Altargeist is a good call. You know what, Robbie, maybe you're right. Maybe I will go be that guy that's going to go Silguidos F Reveal multi-faker in hand. Oh, impermanence turn 1? Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, reveal multi-faker? Yeah. The deck doesn't take a lot of skill, and it hurts my head seeing some of the things I've seen come out of Altarguy, because I think the deck's super cheeky. But you need those impermanents, and those impermanences are expensive. So, if you're an Altarguy player and you're worried about Thunder Dragons, good job. You're probably ahead of the curve. I mean, I don't think Altarguy should be hit. I mean, multi-faker should go to 2, and we should reduce the amount of consistency that deck has, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's a trend that never really caught on here. So, this concludes part 1 of my Pasadena metagame discussion. I'm definitely interested to see where the missing variable of zombies is going to go, just because, I don't know, I like zombies. It seemed fun. I miss Minerva Turbo. Guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and well, see you guys on the flip side. Peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.